vision, how he can, one, at least to me, it seems like when we see left appears like right, right appears like left, right? You understand this? Suppose you write in a mirror B, for example, letter B. It appears like this, right? Left become right, right become left. That's why on the ambulance, it writes as what? AMBULAN, no, reverse. Huh? C, E, C, because when the mirror, the driver sees, you will see properly, ambulance. You will be little, uh, careful, right? So same way, our left become right, right become left in our vision. So now how it can be reversed? By the mercy of Guru, Lord, Guru Prabhupada. They make operation in our heart, right? In our vision. So with that, it's like I probably told you one time. It's not. I don't know if you heard that. Like. Suppose we can take this. It's like this, okay? A sheet, any book. This is Chaitanya Panjika. In this one, you have one page. Imagine this is blank. So, what I'm saying is, if you have two mirrors, that becomes two mirrors. First mirror like this. It reflects on this and then gets reflected on this. Then if you see here, then right becomes right, left becomes left. Only here, right becomes left, left becomes right. You get the point? You have to get reflected both. There. So that's called true mirror. So if you have people have made that true mirror. If you try to see in that mirror, you will be amazed. You don't want to see that. You get totally, psychologically it may be difficult because we have all our lifetime we have used to looking at the wrong way. Now we are trying to see the things as it is, our face or whatever. We get really wow, difficult to accept. See? So this is our vision problem. That's why someone needs to have put another mirror. So that is done by people, in our heart, makes it. The one shloka is there for that. Down. In our hearing, it is not there, right? Hearing is not, there is no problem. That's why seeing through here is the best way of seeing. That's why, and also the channel is open all the time. Hearing channel is open all the time. Hearing sense. Talk this long time back. The hearing sense has much more. Very, very important. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is Leela stuff. So, Bhakti, Nityananda Prabhu taking Jiva Goswami and others. Now they are entering the Jahnudvip, Jahnanagar. Now, yesterday we went to Vidyanagar, right? You remember Vidyanagar? It is the source of all the Shastras, where everything revealed. So from there, Nityananda Prabhu taking them to Jahnudvip. That is Rajas Bhadravan. So Nityananda Prabhu telling, oh, please look at the glories, the place where Jahnu Rishi did his austerities, tapasya. This very amazing place, name is Jahnudvip. This is in Rajadam, it is called Bhadravan, one of the principal forest, Bhadra forest. In this place, Jahnu Muni did his tapasya, and he had also the darshan of Tvarna Varna, Gaura Sundar, Angakanti Gaura. Gauranga Mahaprabhu is like a golden complex. So Jahnu Muni also had a darshan of Gauranga Mahaprabhu here. One time, Jahnu Muni was doing his sandhya. Sandhya is we do this Gayatri mantra. Gayatri has many Gayatris. Brahma Gayatri, Guru Gayatri, Gaur Gayatri, Kama Gayatri, like that. So he sat there, and it is done in 3 times. Sandhya during the meeting place. Like the day is ending, night is beginning, that is evening. Then in the morning, day is beginning, night is ending. And in the afternoon, morning is ending, afternoon is beginning. That 3 is Sandhya. Sandhya, there is something very powerful there, powerful. Whenever there is change of direction, even in physics, is an amazing thing, where some unique things happens, something extraordinary things happen. So at that time, if you are there, you will very beneficial spiritually. Beneficial. So that's why it's called Sandhya. That time we are told to recite our these mantras, these Diksha mantras. Brahma Gayatri, Guru Gayatri, Guru Mantra, Guru Gayatri, Gaur Mantra, Gaur Gayatri, Krishna Mantra, Kama Gayatri, like that. So it will awaken us. It will establish relationship. So Jahnu Muni was doing that. Then by chance he saw he was sitting for his Gayatri Mantra Sandhya. Then he sees the water came, Ganga water, and took away his achaman, patra, and all that. It's like shallow and then little cup, a spoon like that thing, washed away the water. Then Jahnu Muni saw this must be Ganga. Ganga is flowing and is all the little things floating on the water. He saw that. Then he didn't. He took Ganga like this, and then entire Ganga is swallowed. So there is no more Ganga. I cannot see. When Bhagirath Bhagirath was in the front, giving her direction. Please come where our forefathers have been burned. Huh? They were. So, and he says he was hearing the noise of the water flowing. Now, no more the sound. Look back, not to be seen. He got disturbed. Where did this Ganga go? Huh? There he was. Then he understood by thinking like that. Janu Muni saw them. Oh, he must have swallowed her. No. See, this is amazing. How big is the Ganga water? Imagine from Gangotri, actually coming from the higher planets, right? And then flowing through, and then how many miles, in India alone must be at least 1,000, maybe almost close to 2,000 kilometers must be Ganga. So this Muni, you might think, hey, wait a minute, is it a story or is it mythology? It is actually true. These sages have that. They see that. They follow. So Bhagirath did not see Ganga. Now, how he says is, we see our vision. We see a tree or anything. We don't see the real personality behind any jiva, right? We see the outer body, inner body, sukshma. So the sages sees that and they follow. And so the whole body is gone. So that way we can reconcile. It is possible. It is possible. Like other day I was telling you, the point, how many points are there in a point? Unlimited practically, right? How is it possible? But you cannot deny it. I showed you point today, So like that, you take that point, the original, then you got the all other something like that, It is very difficult to explain these things with these words of this world, but it will reveal to you. Don't worry about it. So have the faith. Once sage drank the entire samudra, sea water. His stomach did not become very big, few like this. So those things are possible, devotees of the Lord, some Lord empowers them. Our Supreme Lord, in his mouth, he saw, Mother Yashoda saw herself looking into the mouth of Krishna, then unlimited universes, just a little mouth. How big his mouth will be? You understand? So, it's possible. See, before you put like banyan tree seed, how big it is? It's like a small thing, like a ragi, very tiny, like a mustard seed. But the water tree, how big it is? We have one. Oh, why? It grew twice after we came. Very big. It is bigger than our building, maybe 100 feet tall or something like that. Maybe 150 feet tall, and 100 feet wide, I think. But It grew out of a small mustard seed. You get it? How that mustard seed contained whole tree, like that. Huh? So then he prayed Bhagirath to Jahnudvip. Then after a while, after many days praying, Janu Muni, what did he do? He prayed him. Oh, you see. What will happen to my forefather? See, he's a Vaishnava, Bhagirath, our fathers. So with Janu Rishi, Vaishnava, then he said, all right, don't worry. So he cut open on his thigh or some part of his body where again Ganga came out. So from that day on, she is known as Jahnavi, daughter of Janu Rishi, Jahnavi. So after many days later, after this incident, and then after that, Bhagirath took her to lower planets and to make their forefathers delivered. Now, after many days later, Ganga Putra, Bhishma Deva. Have you heard? We have heard Bhishma Deva, right? With the great grandson of Pandavas and Kauravas, who left his body and the back, arrows, and then in the front of Krishna, and then he was teaching Vishnu Maharaj, all that story there. One of the Mahajan, Vishnu. So he's one of the Hare Krishna. ನೀವು ತಗೊಂಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಿ ತಾಯಿ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ ಇವಾಗ, ತಗೊಂಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಆಯ್ತು ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ that Bhishma is the son of Ganga. Now who is Ganga? Now she became the daughter of Janu. So Janu Rishi is his grandfather. Right. So he Ganga, the Bhishma Deva came here now, and then under Janu Rishi, he learned all the shastras, all the dharma shastras. Then afterwards he recited the same thing what he learned to Yudhishthira Maharaj after the war. Yudhishthira Maharaj was very disturbed. Oh, I became a reason for the destruction of so many people. So many people became helpless, homeless, and like that. So many died. Oh, I am the reason. I am the cause of all this. What is the value of this king? This kingdom, like that. Then Krishna tried to pacify him. Then Krishna took him to Bhishma Pitamaha. Then he told him about the dharma, duties of the king, and then he also described the 1,000 names of Vishnu. We say Vishnu Sahasranama, that was recited by Bhishma to Yudhishthira Maharaj. All that he learned from here, Nabadwip. He also obtained Bhakti Rupadana, the wealth of Bhakti. That's why he is counted as one of the foremost Vaishnavas, Bhishma. So this Jahnudvip, this island is very most pure. Only most blessed one will live in this island. So that night, Nityananda Prabhu and all the other devotees, they stayed in a devotee's house there. Next day, Nityananda Prabhu took all them to Moda Druma Dipa. So, again, Bhakti-Vinod Thakur remembering lotus feet of Jahnudvip and Nityananda Prabhu, praying for their mercy, is glorifying the glories of the Navadvip Dham. Now, Jai Jai Panchatattvatmaka Gaura Hari. Jaya Jaya Panchatattvatmaka Gaura Hari. Jaya Jaya Navadvip Dhama Sarvopari. Panchatattvatmakam Gaura Hari manifesting five forms. Rupa, Swarupa, Avatara, Shakti, and then Bhakta. So Nityananda Prabhu approved this Mamgachi, and he telling them, oh, this is Moda Druma Dipa, and here Ayodhya is Virajam, is staying here. Ayodhya is not different. Ayodhya is here, is staying, not different from Ayodhya. Moda Druma Dipa. Now, Nityananda Prabhu is telling the very old history of that place. Long time back, in the previous Kalpa, previous day of Brahma, when Lord Ram was doing Vanavas, he was living in the forest, right? 14 years. Then, along with Lakshman and then Mother Janaki, that is Sita. Another name for Sita is many names are there. Janaki is in. She came here and they were staying under this huge water tree, Bargat tree underneath. They made a kutir, small, like a house, like thatched. For many days they were lived here, so much pleasure. Very happily they stayed there, very happy. Then one day, Lord Ramchandra, looking at the beauty of this Navadvip Dham, he was laughing at it. He was laughing at it. He was laughing himself. Muskurate. Oh, at that time, it was very enchanting, his laughing. His eyes like a lotus, and in his hand, a beautiful bow and arrow, and he had on his head, covered with like a shika, like a brahmachari vesh, he appeared like a brahmachari form. He was stealing everyone's mind. He was Durva Dala Shama, like very tender, new grass, that color. Then Janaki, they saw her, is laughing like that. Then Janaki asked, "Oh Lord, why you are laughing? What made you laugh? No? Please let me know." Then Ram is telling, "Oh Janaka Nandini, oh daughter of Janaka Maharaj, Site, Janaka Nandini Site, please listen. I'm going to tell you one secret, pastime, secret thing. Then Danya Kali, all glories to that Danya, very
Gurudev, you muted, sorry.
then Kali Yuga, blessed Kali Yuga. When the blessed Kali Yuga comes, in this one, I will appear as a Pitavarna, like a golden form. I will appear in front of everybody in this Navadvip Dham. I will born in the mother's womb, Sachi Devi, in Jagannath Mishra's house. One who is very fortunate Vyakti, when one is fortunate, he will see the leelas of like childhood pastimes. And I bestow them the highest form of love, prema. Oh, very dear one, my dear one, Sita, that time I will study Vidya. I'll also do teach. The glories of the Nam. Like, remember we went yesterday, Vidyanagar, how Lord was doing his Leela, the small boy, defeating everybody. Nobody is to come in front of him. One day, Keshav Kashmir came and he was totally, everybody was afraid of him. Greatest Digvijay in the whole world. No, because Saraswati herself on his tongue. But Lord smashed them. So you can imagine that Nimai Pandit meaning, so much power. Only Lord, Lord is full of opulence, wealth, knowledge, renunciation, strength, beauty. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we see the renunciation. That's why, remember, other day we went for Adai Ghat, border of part of Rudradip, where he left his wife, Vishnu Priya, and then mother, middle of the night. So who can do that? Only Lord can do such extreme. Of course, he does for what? For the sake of whatever he does is only for the conditioned souls. He has no other. Uplifting the conditioned souls, and then Gopanganaga Chitta Vinoda, Samasta Gunagana Dhama. He is inspiring the gopis, Chitta, their making them, giving them happiness. He wants to make happiness. All the gopas, gopis, especially gopis, happy. So if they are happy, he will be more happy. That's why when Krishna went away to Mathura, gopis, they forgot about taking food and drink, taking bath or anything. They would have left their body. But they kept on. Why? Because they were thinking, Krishna told, I will come back. Suppose he comes back and he does not see us, he will feel bad. We don't want to make him sad. See, whatever they do is for the happiness of Krishna, not for their own happiness. Right? This is the point. Their happiness is not a consideration at all. It is only happiness of Krishna. So that's all he does. So he also does etama prapadyante. He wants to make the gopis especially happy. That's all to it. He is not concerned about his own happiness. So it's an amazing thing. That is inseparable. Lord and the devotees is amazing. So that's what Lord Ram is going to tell later. So he's telling, I'm going to do all these Vidya Vilas and all that. Everybody will be amazed. And then also I will accept sannyas afterward. We also talked why he has to take sannyas. Again to take conditioned souls, and not only uplift. Then when I take that, my mother will take her daughter-in-law on her lap and they will cry. So when Sita heard this, she's asking the Lord, oh Lord, oh Kamala Lochan, oh dear one who has eyes like a lotus, Kamala Lochan. Why you want to make your mother cry? Then what happiness you get? For what happiness you are going to get by making your wife suffer? Right? Your wife is going to suffer, and what happiness you get by making her suffering? This is Janaki. Mother Sita is asking. Then Lord Ram is telling, oh dear one, we know everything. Because to we know everything, because to instruct the jivas, instruct the conditions, so they are appearing like not knowing anything. They are asking. But still, listen, oh Sita, listen. So, people who love, me, prema bhakti, bhakti of prema bhakti, has two kinds. There are two kinds of tasting it. Can be tasted in two forms. Samyoga, that is sambhoga. Viyoga, vipralamba. The happiness that you derive by meeting that meeting, and the happiness that you derive are actually what looks like unhappiness by the separation. That is called Vipralamba. So, anyway, my eternal associate, they always desire this meeting. Even then, by my mercy, I award them, I make them to taste this Vipralamba in separation. Because why? The devotee knows this. By the separation from Sri Krishna, the suffering that you go through, in reality, that is very ananda, happiness. Why? After the separation, Vipralamba, there will be a meeting. So in that, there is much more happiness, millions of times more happiness than meeting before. It's like, Gurudev explains, suppose he had one object, you are loving so much, right? He had an object, he didn't have anything. Okay, first let me see. Actually, Krishna himself explains it. He go for a question of gopis. Gopis were asking Krishna in Rasa Leela. Now, oh Lord, why you disappeared from us? Then Lord is asking, अच्छा क्लास चलो बाद में बात करते
मोबाइल रिचार्ज करेगा तो मेडिसिन में 1000 টাকা देगा 1000 টাকা
अच्छा so gopis are asking Krishna, why you disappeared? Then Krishna, no, I'm not disappeared. I was always with you. Now he's giving an incident. Imagine there's a devotee who had nothing. He got the most cherishable thing, object. He obtained. He was very happy. Wow. Then again, for some reason, he lost it. Then he's always thinking, wow. Always thinking that. Thinking about that lost thing. Then again, he gets it. He feels so much more ananda, happiness than before, like that. So it increases the happiness. So that's why my separation also gives you much more happiness. That's why you also accept my separation. This has been described in all the 4 Vedas. Then he's telling Kausalya. Ram's mother is Kausalya. She is in Gauranga avatar. She will be Sachi Devi, and she is same as the Aditi. Diti Aditi in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Aditi. So same, she became Kausalya, and now she is going to be Sachi Devi. And no Site, you will be Vishnu Priya Devi. You will be known as Vishnu Priya Devi. You will do my service. And in my separation, you establish the Murti, deity of Gauranga, Gauramurti. You will make it. So, and in this avatar, he's telling what is going to happen in future in this Ram avatar. I will get separated from you, then I will make a golden Sita. in Ayodhya, and then I worship you. So, because I did that, what you do in Nadia, you make a vigraha of Gauranga Mahaprabhu and you do aradhana. Oh Site, this is very secret. This upakhyan, this description is very secret. Now it will not be get revealed in front of everybody. So this Navadvip is very, very dear to me. Not equal to this place. This Ramavata, the tree, holy water tree staying there, when the age of Kali comes, it will become invisible. For common people, it will not be visible. But it will be there in invisible form. So like this, Ramchandra, Sita and Lakshman, they stayed for a few days that place. Then for the remaining Leela pastime, they went to Dandakaranya. Oh Jiva, Nityananda Prabhu is telling, please take darshan of this place where Lord Ramchandra's kuti, like a thatched house, staying. Then Lord Ramchandra did Leela, like when he was crossing, when he left Ayodhya, under the instruction of his father, right? Entering the forest, Lakshman and Sita, there was one Guhya, a boat rider. He has been to cross the Ganga. So that person, that devotee, he was a very amazing devotee. He served Lord so much. He served. So he is going to appear as a Brahmana. His name will be Sadananda Vipra. So in Gaur Leela, he is going to be Sadananda Bhattacharya. He does not know anything other than Lord Ram. Mystery 14. 3 words, he does not know anything. He is such a devoted devotee. When our Lord takes birth in this Mayapur, ನಾನು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ, ನಾನು ಬ್ಯುಸಿ ಇದೀನಪ್ಪ. So the day when Lord going to take birth, Mahaprabhu, that day Sadananda, this Bhattacharya, who was Guhya in Lord's pastime, will also be there. Then at that time when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sachinandan takes birth, he comes and then he sees all the devatas also came and having taking darshan. At that time he came to know, oh, these are all devatas. That means our Lord has appeared here. Complete. Then he becomes so most happy, Then he will go back to his home. Then he thinks of Lord Ramchandra. That Ramchandra has appeared again as Gauranga Mahaprabhu in a beautiful way. Then he sees that Gauranga Mahaprabhu is sitting on the Simhasan, and where Brahma, like we sing, Gaura Arti, right? Brahma, Devagana, Arti. Then again he says, Gauranga Mahaprabhu's place, Lord Ramchandra. He saw Ramchandra, Lord Ramchandra. Left Sita and right Lakshman. And then Bhakta Hanuman is also there, sitting. Then he understood all the truth. So that way every day he was taking darshan of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Then he's thinking, oh, I'm so blessed, because in my presence I see Lord Ramchandra appeared as Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So like that, he also took took part in this Nam Sankirtan. Oh Jiva. Then Nityananda Prabhu is telling, oh Jiva Goswami, this Maudru Magipa is nothing but Bandirvan in Rajas. Bandirvan also is amazing. There is also holy tree. So many pastimes there. Then when all the devotees heard, they started Sankirtan all around Nityananda Prabhu. All the sattvic, sattvic things manifest on the body of Jiva. And ha Gauranga, he was crying very loudly. So, and that in that same village, that day, we went to that village. There, Narayani Devi, where Narayani Devi was there. Narayani Devi is who? She is the daughter of Sriva's brother, and the Vrindavan Das Thakur, who is the Chaitanya Leela Vyasa. See, Veda Vyas did the Srimad Bhagavatam, right? Krishna Leela. Same way, Chaitanya Leela, Chaitanya Bhagavat. Bhagavat normally refers to Krishna Leelas, right? Srimad Bhagavatam, right? Revealed by Vedavyas. Now Chaitanya Bhagavat revealed by Vrindavan Das Thakur. So Narayan Devi is the mother of that Vrindavan Das Thakur. So she herself they served all the Vaishnavas that day. So next day, then they went to Vaikuntapur, Sri Vaikuntapur. So Nityan, so again, thinking of the taking a dust at the lotus feet of Jahnudvip Devi and Nityananda Prabhu, Bhakti-Vinata Thakur describing the glories of Navadvip Dham. So then Vaikuntapura, Sri Vaikuntapura. Sri Vaikuntapura, they approached, and Nityananda Prabhu is laughing, very like it. And then for Jiva Goswami saying, for sure, no, this 8 Dala, 8 leaf. On the northern side of this, this is the place of Vaikuntha, is beyond Viraja, Viraja river on the other side. So in Sri Vaikuntha, there are 3 Shaktis. Shakti is, energy of the Lord. Shakti. Sri, Bhu and Leela. Sri Shakti, Bhu Shakti and Leela Shakti. They are serving the Lord Narayan. There, Maya cannot enter. Maya cannot enter. So, this is something about, if the question comes, where the jiva comes from. Some people say, hey, wait a minute, I was in Vaikuntha, I was in Golokunda, I became envious of Krishna, that's why I fell down. But if one was to fall down from Golokunda or Vaikuntha or Gurudev, how is it? Only influence of Maya you have to fall down. If Maya is not there, Maya cannot enter there, how we can fall down from Golokunda? You see what I'm saying? So some people argue, so it has no basis, no tattva. The truth is they are from the Tatastha Shakti. And we were not. Conditions of are not there. But then a question comes, wait a minute, how come our acharyas, our Guru Varga, where they came from? Actually they came from Vaikuntha, Golokunda. Once you go there, that Gatvanan, you will not come there. Then how the acharyas are coming down? You see the point? It's a valid question. How to answer is, the answer is simple. Even though our acharyas are from Golokunda, they are coming from there, but how they come, even though they have come, the Maya here cannot touch them. So that means what? Did they come or they are going to stay there? What is the difference? It's like an embassy, Suppose for example, Singapore or in India, in Bombay, for example, there is an American embassy or a South African embassy there in Bombay, okay? When you enter that embassy in Bombay, within that embassy, even though it's situated in Bombay, the rules and regulations are only of that particular country, not Indian laws. Indian laws are not applicable. Even though it is in India, it is as if it is part of that world, that state where it belongs to that embassy. That means what? It is different from there. Even though it is in India. You get the point? So we have Laukika example, then what about spiritual? So that's why here Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that those 3 Shaktis are there. There is no entry for the Maya. So that is the Chinmaya, very transcendental land. That the effulgence of that what is Brahma? Oh, they say Brahma, Tejas. It actually is effulgence. those people having a materialistic, eyes, they think this is only Jadamaya, inert. So that Vaikuntpura, in that Narad Muni, with his transcendental eyes, saw, took darshan of Narayan. Then onwards, Gauru Sundar appeared to him. So Narad Muni stayed here for many, many days. Then there is one more very secret story. So one time, the Ramanujacharya came to Jagannath Puri. Another name for Ramanujacharya is Lakshman Acharya. Lakshman Acharya, because he is the incarnation of Lakshman, Balarama, Nityananda. So he came to Jagannath Puri. There he was glorifying Lord Jagannath, so many Stavastutis. And then Jagannath.
Gurudev, you press mute.
Sorry. So, so Ramanujacharya is the incarnation. When he came to Jagannath Puri, and he was praying to Jagannath, then Jagannath appeared to him. Then he blessed him. Then he also instructed Jagannath, Lord Jagannath, to Ramanujacharya. Now these four acharyas, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Nabadwip Vishnu Swami, Vishishtadvaita, Acharya for this age, Sri Sampradaya. So that Ramanujacharya is telling Jagannath, oh Ramanujacharya, you have to go and take darshan of Navadvip Dham. Because
Gurudev, you on mute.
sorry. Okay. So Ramanujacharya appeared before, then Madhvacharya appeared before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So then, so Jagannath is telling Ramanujacharya, very soon I am going to appear in Navadvip, in the house of Jagannath Mishra. So now Navadvip Dham is very, very dear to me. This Vaikuntha Paramyoma, Vaikuntha, is actually very small part of that Navadvip Dham. You are my eternal servant, and you are one of the great devotee. For sure, you should take darshan of Navadvip Dham. All your disciples are in the Dasya Rasa. So that's why you leave them here. You go alone. Oh Ramanuja, oh very fearless one. After one obtains human form of life, if they don't take darshan of Navadvip Dham, is taking birth as human is simply waste. Sri Ranga, Sri Rangam. Tirupati, Sri Venkata, Yadavachal, all of them, Navadvip Dham's Kala Matra, meaning a part and part, Amsha of Navadvip Dham. So you can understand. A small part of Navadvip Dham is what Tirupati, Sri Rangam. So, O Keshavananda, you take darshan. Now go to Navadvip and take darshan of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. To preach Bhakti Yoga, you have appeared here in this samsara. By the mercy of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, your life will be successful. Then, after taking darshan of Navadvip Dham, you go to Kurmachal. There you can meet your disciples. So when you heard like this, Ramanujacharya lifting his hands, praying. He's telling Jagannath, "Oh Prabhu, by your mercy, first time I'm hearing by your lotus mouth about Gauranga Mahaprabhu. But Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Gaurachandra, Tattva, I don't know anything about it. Acharya, Jagannath is telling, Dina Bandhu Dinanath Jai Jagannath. Dina Bandhu Dinanath Jai Jagannath. Patita Pavan Jai Jagannath is telling. Sri Krishna is the Nata of Golok. Narayan is his Vilasamurti. Vilasamurti. Sri Krishna is Paratattva and Vrindavan is where he takes rest, lives. So, O Ramanuja, same Krishna in his full form, Nitya, eternally Sri Gaura Hari. And then that Sri Vrindavan Dham is Sri Navadvip Dham. And among all the Dhams, Navadvip Dham is topmost, where Gauranga Mahaprabhu lives there eternally. You are then by my mercy. Now this Dham has appeared on this Bhumandal. Then the Shastra is telling that Maya cannot touch it. Then if someone thinks that Navadvip Dham is because it's staying in this, it is not, it is low by comparison. Then such a person, bhakti will gradually diminish. By my desire, by my achintya shakti, achintya shakti meaning agatana gatana pati. Impossible, possible, possible, impossible. That transcendental Dham. That achintya shakti has brought this. It is impossible to bring that transcendental world into this part of the material world. Because it has come, it is not become inferior. It remains as it is. Never get touched by this jada. So, by logic, it is beyond logic. By studying Shastra, you will not be able to get it. Only by mercy. and only my devotees can understand this. Uh, Listening to the word of Jagannath, the peaceful Ramanujacharya, he became immersed in love for Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Oh Lord, your Leela is very, very astonishing. Even the Vedas, they cannot know of the glories of this. Oh Jagannath, I was thinking before, why it is not described by in a subtle way, in a sukshma way, in a subtle way. By your mercy, it can get, one can know. By your order, all my doubts gone. Okay? And now in my heart, Gaura Lila, Gaura Ras has taken birth. If you give me order, then I will go to Navadvip Dham. Then I will glorify Gaura Lila in all the three worlds. Good. Then Ramanujacharya is telling this, okay? If you give me permission, I will reveal whole world about Gauranga Mahaprabhu, make them devotees of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. It's very powerful Acharya. Very powerful. Balaram himself, very desire is there, powerful. Then the Lord Jagannath looking at the very bold determination of Ramanujacharya, then he's telling, hey Ramanuja, don't do it now, like that. Because Gaura Leela is very secret. When the Leela, after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears, once he disappears, after that, then everybody will know by themselves. This Leela. You are my servant. You are my, teach the dasya rasa. But in your mind, you should always think of Gaura Haris. You should do bhajan for Gaura Hari. But you preach servitude. Servitude to the Lord. So, then Ramanujacharya comes to Navadvip. In a very secret way. Then Vishwakshena. Who is Vishwakshena? He always accepts the remnants of worship of Vishnu. Like the mala, he accepts. Clothes like that. That is Vishwakshena. He saw if Ramanujacharya comes to he comes to Navadvip, there, and he becomes Bhava Vist. He might reveal to everybody, So he brought him to this Vaikuntapur, where Sri Bhuvan Leela is serving the Lord. There, when he saw this, Ramanujacharya was very satisfied, taking darshan of his Istadeva, Narayan, very, very pleased. Then 1 second later, Ramanujacharya saw in the place of Narayan, very beautiful, the son of Jagannath Mishra, that is Gaurahari, took his darshan. When he saw Gaurahari, he became unconscious, fell. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on his head, Sharanakamal, put him. After you obtain this transcendental knowledge, Ramanuja glorified. Prabhu, oh, is it possible that up here I will also take part in your Prakat Leela, in your pastime? Saying that, he started crying. Now I will not give up Navadvip Dham. I will not go anywhere. I will stay here. Then Rupa, by mercy, Gauranga Mahaprabhu on him, he's telling, "Hey Keshavananda, oh Ramanujacharya, your desire will be fulfilled. When I appear in Navadvip Dham, you will also appear. Then, so saying, Gauravi disappeared. Then Ramanujacharya was very pleased, and then he entered. Very soon, very few days, he appeared at Kurmastan, and then he met his disciple there. Then in his mind, in a mind of his mind, Navadvip Dham, he keeps Navadvip Dham and Mahaprabhu. But outside, externally, entire outside, he teaching Dasya Rasa. By the mercy of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Ramanujacharya appeared as Ananta, Sri Ananta, devotee Ananta. Now he served Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in a way. The Lakshmi Priya Devi's father, Vallabha Acharya, he went. Then he saw the marriage ceremony of Lakshmi Priya and Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So Nityananda Prabhu is telling, oh dear devotees, see the Anantas, where you are staying. Where devotees of the Lord Narayan staying near them. So that time established the place of Narayan here. And then look at, there is a glorious forest, Nishreyas forest. Take darshan. You be pleased with so much love, So then what time is that? Mahaprabhu. So in essence, we saw here, Ramanujacharya also had darshan of Gauranga Mahaprabhu by the mercy of Jagannath. Right? Same way, tomorrow we will hear Madhvacharya having darshan of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Then Vishnu Swami Limbaditi also. They all went. Navadvip. And then how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepts two qualities in each of the four Vaishnava Acharyas, Vaishnava Sampradaya. So that way Navadvip Dham is really an amazing place. Most amazing. So we are very, very fortunate in that hearing these pastimes. Very secret pastimes. So we pray at the Navadvip Dham, and then Jiva Goswami, Nityananda Prabhu, bestow the gift that is taking around. Oh Lord, include us in your holy Parikrama. We are taking all our Guru Parampara. We will hold on to our Guru Parampara, please take it. And reveal the Dham. So praying, we end here. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo
Thank you.
Vaishnava. Any questions? Hare Krishna. Tomorrow, I'm going. Let us see what can be done. Maybe you can record it or something.
Gurudev. What time you flying tomorrow, Gurudev?
12:30.
Morning?
I have to leave by 9. Morning.
Oh,
12:30. By 2:30 I will land. Then I'll be taking taxi and then going, by
too busy, Gurudev. Yes.
So maybe give me a call later on, what I can do.
Okay, Gurudev. If your bag is packed, Gurudev, then maybe tomorrow early morning we can do a class and I can record.
Okay.
But if everything is packed for you, so I'll call you later to see if you're ready to go tomorrow then.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Gurudev. Through you, you are taking us through all the parikramas. And it's such an amazing thing today that in Navadvip, you are saying there's so many holy places which I didn't know personally. So thank you so much, Gurudev. Because we just look as Navadvip, but we don't know there's Vrindavan and Rameshwaram. And thank you so much, Gurudev.
Hare Krishna.
Gurudev Jugala Kishora Kishori Didi has a question, I think.
Oh, thank you, Vishaka Didi. Hare Krishna Dana Pranam. Oh, I think.
Sorry, Didi.
Oh, no, it's
Gurudev left.
Sorry. Next time then. Thank you so much.
Okay, so thank you, dear devotees, for joining in today. So, like we all heard, Gurudev tomorrow will be flying to Navadvip, Calcutta, sorry. So he'll leave at 12:30 India time. But later on this evening, I'll speak to Gurudev over the phone. And like I said, if he's all packed, then early morning in India, maybe 7 o'clock India time or 8 o'clock, Gurudev might give class. But I'm not sure with all y'all's times. I'll have to calculate for y'all. But I will record if nobody can attend, I understand. And but let's see what Gurudev says. So thank you, dear devotees, for joining today. Or maybe Gurudev will let Vishnu Data Maharaj come on. But we will see. I will speak to Gurudev later and I will inform everybody. So thank you, dear devotees, for joining. So Rasapriya Mataji Dandavat Pranams. Can you please say Jadwani? Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams to all dear devotees. Please accept my most respectful Dandavat Pranams. Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Radha Vinodi Bihari Ji ki jai. Shri Srimad Bhakti-Vidanta Shri Siddhanti Maharaj Ji ki jai. Shri Srimad Bhakti-Vidanta Shri Dandi Maharaj Ji ki jai. Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupada Ashtotarashta Shri Srimad Bhakti-Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Ji ki jai. Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupada Ashtotarashta Shri Srimad Bhakti-Vedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupada Ashtotarashta Shri Srimad Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Maharaj ki jai. Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupada Ashtotarashta Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnupada Ashtotarashata Shri Srimad Shri Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki jai. Nitya Leela Pravishta Param Bhagavat Pravara Shri Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Nitya Leela Pravishta Shri Srila Sachidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. Nityalila Pravishta Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Shri Gaudiya Vedanta Acharya Shri Srila